이게 챗GPT랑 같이 얘기해서 만들어진 워크शी트이에요. Trains, Icebreaker 돼 있고 Introduction, 약간 트레인에 대한 이야기 먼저 나눌 거고 그 다음 책 읽을 거고요. 그 다음 Comprehension Questions 세 문제만 할 거고 그 다음 Vocabulary Activity 합니다. Fill in the blanks 할 거고요. 그 다음 단어 워크शी트 준 다음에 이제 단어 같이 볼 거예요. 한번 go over 한 다음에 이제 단어에 대해서 게임 하나 진행하면 좋을 것 같아요. matching이라든지 뭐 guessing game이라든지 20 questions라든지 그 다음에 마지막으로 writing prompt 주고요. 누구의 train adventure라고 해가지고 이제 누가 어떤 모험을 했는지 train adventure를 이번에는 지난번에 너무 자기가 뭘 써야 될지 모르겠더라고요, 아이들이. 그래서 오늘은 조금 쉽게 해봤어요. 그래서 type of train 쓰기, adjective 이런 단어가 생소할 것 같긴 한데 형용사 어땠는지 쓰라고 하고 뭐 그렇게 단어들 위주로 쓰게 하고 add a sentence, whatever you like 이 부분만 넣어서 한 문장, 두 문장 정도 자기가 창작할 수 있도록 했습니다. 그 다음에 어떤 트레인을 타고 갔느냐라고 했잖아요. 그 트레인에 대한 트레인 아트를 하기로 했어요. draw what train you took 라고 해가지고 train art 여기다 그림 그리는 활동까지 해서 마무리하려고 합니다. 수업이 또 잘 될지 모르겠어요. 그래도 챗GPT가 있어가지고 너무너무 수업 준비하는 게 수월하네요. 이것도 여러분께 공유 곧 하도록 하겠습니다. 그럼 챗GPT랑 어떤 대화 나눴는지 한번 들어보실게요. Hello again.
Hi there. How are you today?
I'm great. And I'd like to make a new worksheet and a new class for my kids.
That sounds like a fun project. Are you thinking about creating a new worksheet for your program or something for Seunghan and Juhyun to do at home? And what kind of class are you planning?
Oh my god, you already knew about my kids. And I am gonna teach them English with using National Geographic Kids Level 1 trains.
Yes, we've chatted about your plans before. Using the National Geographic Kids Level 1 series sounds like a fantastic way to engage them with English. Do you need help creating a worksheet for the trains book?
Yeah, of course. This time, please help too.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to help. Let's start by thinking of some activities. We could include vocabulary matching, sentence completion. Great.
Mm-hmm.
For let's list some train-related words from the book, like locomotive, carriage, track, and station. Then we can create definitions or images for them to match. How does that sound?
That sounds fabulous.
Awesome.
I want you to make word card. Oh, the words first, and then a meaning in English, definitions, and also the picture visuals. Can you make that for
Perfect.
me? Mm.
Sure thing. Let's start with a few word cards. 1. Word, locomotive, the front part of a train that pulls the rest. Picture.
Oh, wait for me. I'm gonna tell you what words you're gonna use. Can I do that?
Of course, take your time. Just let
Okay.
me know which words you'd like to include, and we'll create the word cards together.
Thank you very much. I chose some words, and the words are a little bit big, so please hear me out. First one is freight train. Second one, cold train. Third, grain train. 4, coal train. 5, passenger train. 6, engineer. 7, steam train. 8, piston. 9, rod. 10,
Fan-
tie. 11,
Great
royal.
selection.
11, west. 12, robber.
Excellent.
13,
Let's
rob.
create.
14, split. 15, loot. 16, hideout. 17, bullet. 18. Float. 19. Magnetically. 20.
Got it.
Mailman. 21. Lucky charm. 22. Rail yard. 23. Turntable. 24. Locomotive. 25. Invention. 26. Mule. 27. Bullet train. 28. Motor. 29. Electric. Do you think it's too much?
That is quite a list. It's great to have a variety of words, but it might be a bit overwhelming for one lesson,
Mhm.
especially for beginners. Maybe start with a select few and then introduce more over several lessons. That way, it's manageable and keeps them engaged. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic. And can you um um can you pick some words among these?
Absolutely. Let's start with a balanced mix that covers different aspects of trains. 1.
Mhm.
Locomotive, freight train, passenger train, engineer, piston, rail yard, mailman, robber, hideout, magnetically, motor, electric. These words offer a good mix of train types, parts, and some fun, adventurous elements. We can create word cards for these. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic. Thank you for choosing them. And can you make a word card?
You're welcome. Let's get started on those word cards. 1. Locomotive. Definition: the engine of a train which pulls the other cars. Picture: image of a locomotive. 2. Freight train. Definition: a train used for transporting goods and materials. Picture: image of a freight train. 3. Passenger train. Definition: a train that carries people from one place to another. Picture: image of the passenger train. 4. Engineer. The person who operates and drives the train. Picture: image of a train engineer. 5. Piston. A part of the train's engine that helps it move by going up and down inside a tube. Picture: image of a piston. Rail yard. Definition: a complex series of railroad tracks where trains are stored and sorted. Picture: image of a rail yard. 7. Mailman. A person who delivers letters and packages. In the context of trains, some trains historically carried mail. Picture: image of a mailman. 8. Robber. Definition: a person who steals. Historically, some trains were targeted by robbers. Picture: image of a robber.
Are you done?
Almost. Just one more. 10. Bullet. A small metal projectile for firearms, often mentioned in stories involving train robbers. Picture: image of a bullet. Now we're all set with our word cards. How does that look to you?
I want to make the words easier, words definition easier, because
Sure thing.
better more than words, the definition is harder, I guess.
Absolutely. Simpler definitions can make it much easier for beginners. Let's simplify them. Locomotive, the front part of a train that pulls everything else. Freight train, a train that moves goods, not people. 3. Passenger train, a train that carries people. Next one, engineer, the person who drives the train. Piston, a part in the train's engine that moves up and down to help it go. Next is rail yard, a place with many train tracks where trains are kept. Mailman, a person who delivers letters and packages. Some trains used to carry mail. Robber, someone who steals things. In old stories, robbers would try to steal from trains. Mailman, a secret place where someone hides, like robbers after a train robbery. 10. Bullet, a small metal object shot from a gun, often in stories with train robbers. How do these sound?
That's much better. Thank you. And I'd like you to give me a brief introduction about trains
You're
and
welcome.
interesting introductions.
Sure. Here's a brief, interesting introduction about trains. Trains have been a key mode of transportation for over 2 centuries, revolutionizing the way we travel and transport goods. The first trains were powered by steam engines, huffing and puffing across the countryside. Today, we have electric and high speed bullet trains that can reach incredible speeds, connecting cities in the blink of an eye. Trains come in many forms. Freight trains carry goods, passenger trains transport people, and some even deliver mail. They've been a part of great adventures and stories, making them a fascinating part of our history and culture. How's that for an introduction?
Um, can you make it shorter and easier and more interesting? Make it.
Absolutely. Sure thing. Here's a shorter, catchy intro. Trains are amazing machines that move people and goods across long distances on tracks. From old steam engines to today's super fast bullet trains, they've changed how we travel and transport things. Trains can carry heavy cargo or lots of passengers, and they've been part of some thrilling stories. Hop on board and let's discover the world of trains. How's that?
I want to maintain uh the content,
Got it.
but also the words are uh, a
Let's
little bit
simplify.
hard like cargo and like. Can you make the words more easier?
Sure, let's make it even simpler. Trains are cool vehicles that travel on tracks. They can move people or things from one place to another. A long time ago, trains used steam engines and made a lot of smoke. Now, we have super fast trains that can zip between cities in no time. Trains are important for taking people on trips and moving lots of stuff. All aboard for a train adventure. How's that?
That's much better and interesting. Thank you. And after introduction, can you give me some ice breaking um, conversation before the you know uh, when the class starts?
Of course. Icebreakers are a great way to start. Here are a few fun questions and activities. Train talk. If you could ride a train anywhere in the world, where would you go? Choo choo charades. Act out different types of trains, like a fast bullet train or a slow freight train, and have the kids guess. Favorite things. What's your favorite kind of transportation and why? Car, bike, train, or something else? Can anyone make a train sound? Let's hear your best choo choo. Train trivia. Did you know? The longest train ever was over 4 miles long. These should help get the class warmed up and excited for the lesson.
Wow, that's a great ideas. Thank you. And after the introduction, I'd like to read books together and then, go over some comprehension questions. So, can you make some comprehension questions regarding the National Geographic Kids Level 1 book about trains?
Absolutely. After reading the book, you could ask 1. What are the different types of trains mentioned in the book? 2. How do bullet trains differ from old steam trains? 3. What job does an engineer have on a train? 4. Can you name one thing that freight trains carry? 5. Why are rail yards important for trains? 6. What do you find most interesting about trains from the book? These questions should help the kids recall details and think about what they've learned.
Thank you. And can you make word what is it? Writing worksheet? And since their level is not that high, can you make a guided writing with giving them cues? Um,
Absolutely. A guided writing activity with cues would be perfect for their level. Here's an idea. Worksheet title: My Train Adventure.
mm,
Instructions: fill in the blanks to create your own train story. Today, I took a trip on a type of train. The train was very adjective and adjective. We traveled through blank place where I saw a blank animal. The
mm.
best part of the journey was when the train went over a blank noun. I can't wait to take another trip on a train. How does that sound?
Oh my gosh, that sounds fabulous. Do you have any other ideas I can apply to my class?
I'm glad you liked it. Here are a couple more ideas. Train ticket creator. Have the kids design their own train tickets. They can include a destination, departure time, and even a price. This encourages creativity and ties into the theme of travel. Train chant. Create a simple chant or song about trains. Clickety clack on the track. Here comes the train with no lack. This can be a fun way to get the kids moving and engaged. Train fact hunt. Create a list of fun facts about trains and hide them around the classroom. Let the kids go on a fact hunt to find and read each one. This can be a great way to incorporate movement into learning. Train art. Provide art supplies and let the kids draw or craft their favorite type of train. They can then share their artwork with the class. These activities should keep the class fun and engaging.
Mm, I like I like them.
Fantastic. It sounds like you're going to have a dynamic and fun class. If you need any more ideas or assistance, feel free to ask.
So using our conversations uh till now, can you make a script that I can use? I want to proceed my English class in English, but I'm not fluent in English. So can you give me some guide?
Absolutely. Let's create a script for you. Introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our English class. Today, we are going to learn about trains. Who here has ever been on a train? Before we start, let's have a little fun. If you could ride a train anywhere, where would you go? Now, let's read our book, Trains. We'll learn about different kinds of trains and how they work. Comprehension questions. Great job, everyone. Now, let's talk about what we learned. Can you tell me one type of train we read about? Guided writing. Now, let's write our own train adventure. I'll help you with some ideas, and you can fill in the blanks. Great work today, everyone. Trains are fascinating, and you all did an amazing job learning about them. See you next time. Feel free to adjust the script to fit your style and your students' needs.
Thank you so much. And I need something more. I want visuals regarding the words cards that we created before.
For the word cards, visuals are a great way to help with understanding. You can create simple images or find pictures online to print. Here's a guide for each word.
No,
Locomotive.
no, I don't need a guide. I guess you can make a a good visual for me, right?
I understand. I can't create visuals directly, but I can suggest some ideas for each word that you can use to create or find images.
Mm,
1.
okay,
Locomotive.
okay, that's okay. Don't worry about it. And it was a nice talking to you, and thank you for, your help. It was a lot of help. Goodbye.
You're welcome. It was great